1,000 strikes in 24 hours. That's not humanly possible. No general can plan that many operations overnight. No team of analysts can process that many targets without making catastrophic mistakes. So who did? A software platform, and it runs on AI. AI in warfare isn't coming. It's already here. Right now, AI systems are active across every US military command on the planet. And the gap between what people think is happening and what's actually happening is enormous. Let me show you the system at the center of all this. It's called Maven Smart System, built by Palantir. Maven is deployed across every US Unified Combatant Commands, CENTCOM, INDOPACOM, EUCOM, AFRICOM, and SpaceCom. Every theater, same system. It ingests satellite feeds, drone footage, signal intelligence, logistics data, and process all it simultaneously. It detects patterns, flags threats, recommends actions, and then goes further. It can suggest which aircrafts to deploy, which weapons to use, which targets to strike, not in hours, in minutes. The contract ceiling, 1.3 billion US dollar. NATO adopted it in 6 months, one of the fastest acquisitions in its history. This isn't experimental. This is infrastructure.
This is Maven Smart System, Palantir's software as a service product that we are deploying across the entire department. As you can see, it's not just one data feed, it's multiple. And instead of having 8 or 9 systems for those decision makers to look at every single day in order for them to make decisions, you then fuse it into a single visualization tool. The single visualization tool allows you to select, deselect different types of data, look at different approaches to data, but more importantly, action from the same system that you're trying to develop your workflows around. Once you have a detection that you want to actually move into a targeting workflow, for example, this is what we do. Left click, right click, left click, magically, it becomes a detection. That detection then gets moved into a workflow. This is standard digitized workflow, but I want to walk you through it quickly. You have different types of targets that are identified on the left there. Every single column produces a different type of decision-making process. Once you have that decision, you're trying to actually action that process, we now move into COA generation, course of action generation, where we are automatically, via a number of factors, trying to identify what the best asset to prosecute a target looks like. Once we've got the different approaches and we select one, we then can move directly into how do we action that target. So we've gone from identifying the target to now coming up with a course of action to now actioning that target, all from one system. This is revolutionary. We were having this done in about 8 or 9 systems where humans were literally moving detections left and right in order to get to our desired end state, in this case, actually closing a kill chain.
And it doesn't stop at command centers. The US Army is now putting AI directly into soldiers' hands. In environment where communications are jammed, these systems run locally on the device. That means real-time threat detection, real-time decision supports, no cloud required. At the same time, AI is transforming logistics. Instead of reacting to the shortages, systems now predict what unit will need days in advance. Fuel, ammunitions, spare parts, positioned before the request even made. In training is no longer scripted. Simulations now adopt in real time. They learn from your mistakes. They evolve against you. If you want to see where this is going, look at Ukraine. This war has become a live laboratory for AI warfare. Drones are now operating in heavily jammed environments, identifying targets without GPS. And the cost? This is where it changes everything. AI targeting can be added to a drone for as little as $25. $25. That's the cost of precision strike capability, and the results are real. In Operation Spiderweb, AI assisted targeting damaged 34% of Russia's long range bomber fleet. Estimated losses $7 billion. This is what happens when capability scales and cost collapse. There's a term for this: automation bias. Under pressure, humans defer to machine recommendations. And in warfare, there is high pressure environment on Earth. So the question is no longer, is AI making decisions? Is this how often are humans overriding them? AI in warfare is not a future scenario. It is the present, a system coordinating global operations, AI in the hands of soldiers, a $25 targeting system on drones, and an entire defense ecosystem reorganizing around the machine speed. This is the fastest transformation in the history of warfare. And it's not slowing down, it's accelerating. If you want to understand where the world is going, understand this. Subscribe. This space is moving fast, and I will keep tracking it for you.